Ciao, ciao, dosto. Good evening. Midweek action is here. Game week 10 of Serie A kicks off tonight with the biggest clash of the week, of the midweek, I should say. It is Milan versus Napoli. And Yogesh तो है नहीं मेरे अपने साथ में आज, but we have Chintan representing Milan, the red and black side, the uh, Rossonero side of Milan. What's up, Chintan?
अरे man, nothing super excited for this clash यार. It's क्या बोले after the appetizer जो हम लोग को संडे को मिला है with the Derby d'Italia. It's like वो I hope we follow that up and have a tasty tie.
एब्सोल्युटली मैन यार ये वीकेंड का गेम आप लोग का वॉश आउट हो गया था क्या कंट्रोवर्सी चल रहा है मतलब दिस इज अगेन लाइक अ ओनली इन इटली वाला सीरीज द होल बोलोनिया मिलान गेम गेटिंग पोस्टपोन्ड फॉर what happened like just to explain to the viewers what are you reading what are the inside news ki why was the game called off
Of course, as there were a lot of heavy rains predicted over the weekend, and and of course, as per the predictions, there was supposed to be torrential rain on Saturday when the game was supposed to be held. They had heavy downpour on Friday, and as जैसे अपने अजय बॉम्बे में होता है,
हाँ मैं वही बोलने वाला था
सेम मेरे को सेम अंधेरी वाला फीलिंग आ गया था अपना मुंबई अरीना वाला दैट
हाँ
द वाटर हैड क्लॉग्ड काफी सारे पानी भर गया था एंड देवर थंडर स्टॉर्म्स एंड साइक्लोन जैसा एक वो हो गया था जैसे अभी अपने इंडिया में भी लास्ट वीकेंड को रिसेंटली हुआ था नियर कोलकाता खड़गपुर बट दे एक्सपेक्टेड दिस टू फॉलो इट अप ऑन अ सैटरडे and the mayor of Bologna especially he said that of course things are looking very difficult, we might have to postpone the game. ये सब जब बात हो रहा था अजय सेरिया को पता नहीं था और मिलान को पता नहीं था ये सब हवा में चल रही थी बात बोलोनिया वर इन टच विद द मिलान मैनेजमेंट बट स्टिल फनीली सेरिया ने ऑफिशियली कुछ स्टेटमेंट दिया नहीं था
right
ऑफ कोर्स सैटरडे इवनिंग को देयर वर ऑफ कोर्स वीडियोस फ्लोटिंग अराउंड दैट some Bologna fans were driving to the stadium and they said everything seems fine, there is no problem per se, you know. So and the mayor of course started putting up Instagram stories on his Instagram that you know relief के लिए हम लोग ये donate कर रहे हैं so and of course eventually and by the way Ajay the funny part is ऐसा सब situation होता है you do get an option of closed doors because of course fans can't come in. Second option is to change the venue so that the game is continued because you know the pack schedule especially both the teams are in Europe. So that was suggested too that you know we'll change the but ये सब suggestions Bologna ने shoot down कर दिए and for some reason the game was cancelled. On an ideal scenario Ajay this should have been awarded to Milan a 3-0 victory because the suggestions were shot down. And आज जो हम लोग ने न्यूज़ पढ़ रहे हैं of course Milan management furious with this happening for multiple reasons. One तो this game might happen in Feb where of course if
next
Milan
year.
in Feb next year. So if Milan qualify for the Champions League latter stages, bigger European games are of course will happen that time. And secondly, one of the biggest reasons why Milan are pissed off is because of the red cards which Tijani and Theo Hernandez had, which they were going to get penalized against Bologna and should have been playing against Napoli. वो नहीं हो रहा है. And आज of course news आ रही है कि ये एक political agenda था. Things were fine. And by the way, there are videos and photos Ajay by Bologna fans and some Milan fans who went there specially.
Of course.
A sunny afternoon. 18 degrees sunny afternoon. It had not rained since Friday evening. The game could have happened and of course जो Bologna boxing के लिए भी काफी popular है. Of course they like their sport. So there were two sporting events which were supposed to be held over the weekend. One was I think a boxing, one was some auto event. Both happened in Bologna. But the football didn't happen. So yeah man, it was very funny and of course मेयर ने डाला तो सब लोगों का बराबर होगा पर apparently I don't want to take names and political angle में अजय dwell नहीं करना है but of course they're saying there were a lot of political agendas and they wanted this but by of course यार अजय if you hear this if I tell you this an ideal scenario would be another location right you can play the match somewhere else but
100%
तो पास मिल जाना चाहिए था मिलान को नहीं मिला and again I'm very furious because I've been following this news since Friday and I'm of course pissed off just because such a big game Napoli
Yep.
Doesn't matter what the result is, but the game is ruined. Yeah, Tijani is probably
Yep.
Milan's best player, so
Yep.
the game
Yep.
is ruined.
Yep. Another episode of it only happens in Italy. But
Yeah.
let's get into the predicted lineups for both the teams. Like you mentioned, of course, Theo Hernandez and Tijani Reinders are out of the game. Jo Bologna ka suspension. I mean, they were going to serve the suspension for the Bologna game, and Conte has got yet another win after the Derby da
Before playing,
Italia
before the start
before
of the
the
match, he's
kickoff.
already
Yeah,
beaten
before
Milan.
kickoff. I swear, man, I swear. But this is the predicted lineup for Milan. Chintan, what do you think? इसमें मैं आज पढ़ रहा कि even Leao might be benched for some odd reason. But what do you make of the starting 11?
Yeah, I think this is fine. Terechano had a decent game in Theo's absence,
Yeah,
So he had a decent game. I think he'll start. Another news, of course, coming is because of the match was cancelled. Intense training Milan ne kiya tha because, of course, they got an off and Gabia
yeah.
got injured. He's out for a month and he might miss, of course, Milan's best defender.
Hmm.
Got an Italy call up also. He's played amazing. He's injured. He's going to be out for at least for the next 2 weeks. Might miss the,
Yeah.
of course, going to miss the big Real Madrid game also. So
Wow.
we have Malik Shao coming in instead of him. Tomori should start Terechano, and of course the direct replacement Tijani ka Loftus Cheek rahega. Yeah, we're reading a lot
Hmm.
of rumors that Liao might be benched. It's just a technical reason. I think if he's benched, we'll start Okafor, and I won't be upset. Yeah, Okafor is quite direct, very
Yeah.
effective. And
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
more reason why I feel he might start is because वो काफी भागता है. He does a lot of dirty
Right.
work. He runs
Right.
around a lot. And Liao is that kind of player, Ajay. Napoli are not used to playing 2 games a week. So Napoli might be legged, in the middle of the game. So Liao is a good sub to come off also. But there are rumors we're
Right.
hearing, and it's just a technical move. Liao, you must be hearing, Ajay. Fonseca is not a pushover. I'm very
Yeah. Yeah.
happy about that. सुपरस्टार स्टारडम नहीं चलेगा तुम लोग का इधर जो सुपरस्टार सिंड्रोम जो बोलते हैं
Uh,
so and which is good. I feel it's good. Club is always bigger, so I have a feeling he might be benched. So but if he's benched, then we'll surely see Okafor start there. But other than Pulisic, yeah, great form. Chukwueze also looks terrific, right now. He needs continuity, and Liao के साथ जो हो रहा है might just work for Chukwueze. So and of course Morata, and we spoke about it last time. Form is little worrying, यार. उसका form थोड़ा worrying
yeah.
है.
That's true. That is true.
But his work rate might come through. Yeah, Tammy's injured, so we might see. I think Jovic is also injured, so again we might see Kamada coming in. Yeah, which is always a good sign.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That'll
yeah,
be
but
exciting.
Morata needs to step up. Ajay, Tammy भी नहीं है.
Yeah.
Literally no strikers, so he needs to step up.
Fair, fair. And Chintan, since we don't have Yogesh for the Napoli part, so I'm going to take inspiration from YDL and become YDL for a bit,
Of course.
so that we can get the Napoli perspective. So before, just 1 second, just let me just get ready. Hold on, go for it.
Yeah, yes, I'm going to call you YDL only. So यार क्या लगता है यार इतना अच्छा टॉप ऑफ द टेबल क्लैश है यार नापोली ऑन अ रोल कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव रिजल्ट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं मतलब बट दे आर स्टिल मैनेजिंग टू विन टिपिकल कॉन्टेस्ट स्टाइल क्या लग रहा है व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट द लाइनअप एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस गेम
या डेफिनेटली आई थिंक लाइनअप से तो कोई परेशानी है नहीं सारे जो लड़के हैं काफ़ी अच्छे तरीके से खेल रहे हैं एंटोनियो के जो टैक्टिक्स है उनको मतलब अच्छे से उन्होंने सीखा है और रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं और डेफिनेटली ऐसा लग रहा है कि एकदम रूटीन विन ही होने वाला है बहुत बहुत सारे आपने देखे हैं कि ज़्यादा चेंजेस करते नहीं है कॉन्टे बॉनजोर्नो है जो हमारा सबसे बेस्ट डिफेंडर है डी लॉरेंस तुम लोग गाली देते रहते हो लेकिन वो गोल मारते रहता है एंड स्पेलेटी उसको आर्म बैंड देते रहता है सो हेटर्स गोइंग टू हेट एंड मैकटोमिने तो डेफिनेटली एक सबसे आई वुड से आफ्टर मैराडोना द इम्पैक्ट दैट ही हैड ऑन नापोली इज सेकंड टू नन एंड क्विचा है क्विचा को बलोन डोर में शायद टॉप 5 में आना चाहिए था बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली नहीं आ पाया मैंने 2-3 फोन कॉल किए थे बट लाइन बिजी आ रहा था but otherwise, definitely, I think Napoli are favorites for this game and favorites for Scudetto as well, Chintan.
अरे यार आई oh
I
this
can only do this much. I can only
yeah
do
yeah
this much. Otherwise,
Wha-
YDL will make some calls. एंड यू नो मेरे घर पे
रोमा
पता
को
नहीं.
बैंड भाई, रोमा को सेरी बी में डाल देगा सीधा,
हाँ.
सीधा नीचे. वैसे भी चल रहा है यार. बट यू नो व्हाट आई लव्ड अबाउट दिस इंप्रेशन इज दैट रूटीन विन होगा यार. मतलब सीधा वो
Rudy.
उसको, यू नो वाइडियर का बेस्ट क्या है, यू आस्क हिम एनी अदर गेम, नॉट अ नापोली गेम, बट यू आस्क हिम यार रोमा मिलान में क्या होगा, 2-1 मिलान. मतलब नो टैक्टिकल एनालिसिस, सीधा
Nothing.
वर्डिक्ट. बट यार अजय बोलना पड़ेगा, नापोली के साथ मोमेंटम है, फिक्चर्स
Momentum तो
उसके
है.
साथ है,
या
फिक्चर्स
या
भी
या
है यार अजय. मतलब यू गो टू सी यार वन. अभी मेरे को लग रहा है आई एम हैप्पी अबाउट दिस होल बोलोनिया का जो हुआ. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट मिलान गॉट अ ब्रेक बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू
या
प्ले टुडे सैटरडे एंड देन रियल मैड्रिड नेक्स्ट. So fixtures just like keep hitting, and Ajay, you know, Roma, Milan, we have 12-13 good players, not even a 15-16 good players. So
या
10-12 प्लेयर है भाई. अगर वही एक दो प्लेयर ही रोटेट होने वाले हैं, ज्यादा तो and you know that is why I'm very happy when it comes to Theo getting the so called rest, because Theo के अलावा कोई है नहीं. मतलब हम लोग के पास
राइट.
he is our everything. A defender है जो डिफेंड भी करेगा, अपने लिए क्रिएट भी करेगा. बट आई एम वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड बाय मैकटोमिने यार अजय. जो एक ट्रांजिशन होता है फ्रॉम अनदर लीग
या
टू दिस लीग, ही इज मेड इट लुक सो सीमलेस, you know.
राइट.
And
राइट.
so you observe Ajay, he's very good in the air, even in his United days, very good in the air. एक टाइम था अजय लास्ट सीजन, सेकेंड हाफ ऑफ द सीजन, कुछ ऐसा था स्टैट where he was their highest goal scorer,
या
where he used to
दैट्स ट्रू.
come on and
दैट्स ट्रू.
score winners. So he's good in the air, and you saw against Juventus, वो उसको जो एक रोल दे दिया है ना कॉन्टे ने, एक फ्री फ्लोइंग रोल दे दिया है where he gets that freedom. He's a good shot, he's great in the air. So I think मिलान का सबसे biggest मेरे को जो डर रहता है set pieces, it's going to be very difficult with Lukaku's
हाँ,
and
स्पीकिंग ऑफ
Bongiorno's.
विच, इवन बॉन्जोर्नो क्या क्या
Yeah,
साइनिंग रहा है यार नापोली के लिए. एकदम
amazing, amazing.
टिपिकल कॉन्टे डिफेंडर है वो मतलब वो टिपिकली वो टिपिकल ओल्ड स्कूल इटालियन सेंटर बैक है. जी जान देगा. वेरी वेरी स्मार्ट एंड यू नो वेरी कॉन्टेस्ट
And
प्लेयर. तो
Ajay,
नापोली का
this
डेफिनेटली.
guy can fit in any team if you ask me.
या
Let's ask. I'm talking about Champions League team. अगर वो of course Juventus were looking for Calafiori, but Bongiorno direct starting 11. मिलान के लिए तो भाई
करेक्ट.
starting 11 कैप्टनशिप आर्मबैंड दे देते मिलान में. तो इंटर
रोमा
में
के
of
लिए
course
भी सेम.
से हाँ रोमा, इंटर के लिए भी you would have definitely benched De Vrij or something. So
फॉर
this
श्योर.
guy
फॉर श्योर.
can start in any team. Ajay, defender, so calm. And what is rare Ajay is not rare for the national team, but जो rarity होती है वो left footed defenders
या
वो है.
दैट्स
You know,
ट्रू.
Italians are lucky to have national team with
या
तीन left-footed defenders, center
राइट.
backs.
राइट.
So this would have been, right now I'm just reading news. Milan have been finding a left-footed center back, and you know, to be very honest, इतना भी महंगे में नहीं गया था वो. If you see
राइट.
Calafiori का price, it was a
ऑफ
steal,
कोर्स.
as you said, a contest signing, and अभी एक foundation है. You saw the Napoli without Bongiorno, and they looked so shaky last game. You know,
या
so guy makes a huge difference यार. And as you said यार अजय,
100%.
एक चीज तो पूछनी चाहिए थी. एक कॉमन स्केपगोट बोल सकते हैं जो, नॉट अ स्केपगोट, ही हैज बीन एक्चुअली टेरिबल फॉर द नेशनल टीम. ये व्हाट हैज हैपेंड टू डी लोरेंजो? क्या चेंज हुआ
आई
है?
आई एम टेलिंग यू, वाईडीएल को जड़ी बूटी देते हैं उसको या स्पेलेटी को देते हैं, बिकॉज ही कॉन्स्टेंटली पॉप्स अप. ही स्कोर्ड 2 गोल्स अगेंस्ट इसराइल, तो उसका भी नेशनल टीम में सीमेंट हो गया जगह कि भाई ही इज अनटचेबल. उसको कैप्टन आर्मबैंड दिया, तो नापोली में तो है ही वो. सो यू नो आई थिंक वी कीप ऑन बैंटरिंग हिम. वाईडीएल कीप्स ऑन गिविंग हिम सम च्यवनप्राश. Spalletti keeps picking him, Conte keeps on picking him, and somehow everything goes right for him, despite having absolutely the worst 12 months that he could have had. Somehow he's still with Napoli, leading the side. Somehow he's still with the Azzurri. But uh, let's close this by taking your predictions, Chintan. What do you think is going to happen in the game?
You know, the funnily I tell you one thing, मैं just stats थोड़े पढ़ रहा था. मिलान एंड नापोली का स्टोरी इतना फनी है. They both lose at home, and they both love winning away. So in the past 3 to 4 seasons, Napoli have done well at San Siro, and Milan have done well at the Maradona. You know, so yeah, I'm with Tijani and Theo missing. Yeah, I'm very skeptical. I would, मेरे को prediction देने में ऐसा लग रहा है कि what should I do? I want to be positive, but positive हो के मेरे को draw लग रहा है. If Milan can scrape a draw, would be a decent result. But with Juventus and Inter stumbling, Napoli के साथ direct placement, anything less than a win would be very disappointing. But I'm going to go
Yeah.
for a 1-1. I think I think a Lukaku will score, and I have a feeling Liao might be somehow responsible for either a goal or an assist. So I'm going with 1-1.
Fair, fair,
What
fair.
do you think?
Uh, देख objectively I think it makes sense a draw. But मेरे को थोड़ा bias होना है. And I hope that you guys find a winner. Milan 2 Napoli 1. कैसे भी करके यार वो इंटर वाला स्पिरिट लेके आओ. You know जो डार्बी डेला माडोनिना में
Darby
था.
win.
तो
Yes, yes.
वो स्पिरिट लेके आओ. Find a late winner. I mean everything has gone right for Conte. Something has to go amiss, right? Despite
Yes.
वो हेलास वेरोना का ठीक है मैं I won't count that as a fair result because Conte himself was getting into things. It's like a freak result, but
Yeah.
after that everything has gone right for him. Typically आप देखोगे is when the implosion starts, and by January it's a full-fledged implosion generally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something has to give somewhere, and I hope it starts from tonight. So this is not an objective opinion. This is my Roma bias speaking as a regional rival of Napoli. I really want Napoli to lose this game. Two goals to one.
Oh, that's amazing, man. Chalo, bhai. Not just this, yeah. There are very tasty fixtures. Not just one,
Yes.
yeah. We have, yeah, like Serie A एक चीज सही होती है अजय. Every game is a good game week. If you go to see like Empoli, Inter, देखो यार, Empoli is
Oh
a very
yes.
tough team to beat. I think Empoli Roma को भी हराया था.
Yep.
81
Yep.
I think winner मारा था शायद. So great team, man. Like it's Empoli, Inter after a very, यार हम लोग ने हर टाइम बात किया जाए. I think you were also there. Inter's defense in the league is so shaky.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Empoli will definitely see this as an opportunity to get something out of this game.
Yeah. 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 But
But Ajay, yaar, you are here. I need to get to Roma, man. Like Roma Torino. Is
don't
this
don't don't get to Roma Torino.
is this we forget it's Juric's ex team, so it is his last chance, the so-called the last chance uske liye, the do or die situation. I never understood this concept of last chances, and uske liye he has to prove this game. Ajay, yaar, first thought, I know you have been we had a rant also yesterday. You've been through a very tough time. But do you see any positive in this game? Something happening? With Torino is also battling a lot of injuries.
Nothing. Zero. I don't think so. I think Torino can pull off an away win from here. I really feel because Roma ka momentum has completely been broken, and I don't even understand. Like yesterday, Dobbik and Hummels were at the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and less than 48 hours they have a game against Torino. But anyways, modern football है ही ऐसा. But to
Yeah, yeah.
answer your question, I don't see any positive. I feel that somehow Juric has lost the dressing room after that game. बहुत सारे reports आ रहे थे कि Mancini, Pellegrini,
Yeah, I was
everyone
just
got
going
into
to
this
say,
qualification.
what happened? Like, I just read something with Mancini. क्या हुआ? Any
He came
like
to apparently he
dressing?
came to blows with Juric. So they care. I mean,
Wow.
I don't want to blame Juric on this. I feel that these guys have been at Roma for a long enough time, 4 to 5 years at least. Mancini, Cristante, Pellegrini, they are the senior players. They need to act like the senior players. You can't make the coach a scapegoat every time, but ये modern football में यही होता है. And ये हमने बात किया था वो rant में कि Juric is a good coach, fair enough. Is he a Roma level coach? Maybe not. But then ये पूरा saga में scapegoat वही बनेगा. And you know what happens,
Yeah,
Chintan? Once the players stop playing for the manager, heads drop, results go the other way. So I don't see anything different happening. I might catch the game क्योंकि अगले दिन छुट्टी है. But मैं अपना notification off करके I'm not expecting anything in this game. Like honestly, if ये contradiction हुआ तो well and good. But otherwise, I am not expecting anything. I'm expecting that Torino might pull off, a win at Rome and walk away with all 3 points.
and it's surprising, as you said, it's very surprising coming from senior players. And Mancini is a little, बोल सकते हैं, short-tempered, a little
Yeah,
aggressive. So,
yeah,
and we were analyzing the game. Mitul ने भी बोला था, you saw he was completely off his position. So,
yeah,
शायद यूरिश ने कुछ बोला होगा उसको, he might not like it, but you're right, Ajay. Modern day football is messy. They will not go deep into the roots of the problem. Just ऊपर से जो है वो निकाल दो यार. So
Right.
unfortunately मेरी second team थी. The team I actually was going to root for after Milan in the league is Roma. I think Milan और Roma का जरा थोड़े नक्षत्र बहुत बुरे चल रहे हैं. I hope ये दिवाली में
I
कुछ
hope
अच्छा हो
something
जाए यार.
changes. I hope
Yeah,
something
yeah, man.
changes. But
Yeah, man.
Chintan, let's do predictions like without any explanation from the top. We'll start
Oh,
with
look
Cagliari
at that
Bologna.
game. Look
Which
at
one?
that game. Cagliari versus Bologna. Like क्या हराम बॉल क्या बोल सकते हैं इसको यार. I'm very disappointed by Bologna. I want to say, man, it's Cagliari थोड़ा recent turn of events playing well. I still want to give something to Cagliari. So मैं biased opinion में बोल दूंगा. I want a 2-2 draw over here. I think it's a 2-2 draw.
I'm going for a Cagliari win.
Yeah, मेरा ये bias बोल रहा है 2-2 draw, but I think Cagliari might win. यार, can't be. Bologna is playing Champions League. They need to up their tempo
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah. What about Lecce,
Lecce,
Hellas Verona? Both teams are in horrendous form.
yeah, man, Hellas got like slaughtered. But Lecce, yaar, Ajay, if you go to see Lecce, is a good team. I feel somehow they can turn it around. Both teams going to be a very scrappy, ugly game. I feel. Again, I think it looks like a draw to me, man. It looks like it's a
मेरे को
draw
भी
for
draw
me.
ही लग रहा है. मुझे भी draw लग रहा है. Even I feel it's going to be a draw. What about Empoli versus Inter?
Oh well, this is I think for me, other than Milan Napoli, the game to watch for Empoli Inter. Inter coming back stronger with thoda vengeance. They will be tired, but I think Inter will pull it off. I'm going 2-1 Inter.
Yeah, I think even I'll go for a 3-1 maybe Inter. I think even Lautaro will score because वो home में तो गोल मारता नहीं है. Away तो गोल
Huh?
मारता है वो Lautaro.
8 months.
So
It's been 8 months he's not scored
8
at San
months
Siro.
as the San Siro, but he does score goals away. So I feel that Inter will win this 3-1. They'll have a point to prove after the Derby d'Italia. So I feel they
Yeah.
will have the better of Empoli. Although Param will not agree to this. Param will be modest and
Param,
say, "Nee, Empoli are very good."
Param ka outburst is probably the best. Param's outburst is something we should be documenting it. जब भी कैल्सियो
Yes,
चर्चा में दिखाना चाहिए बीपिंग
for
द
sure.
बैड वर्ड्स. परम इज अगर कोई इंटर के कंडीशन सुनेगी परम से ना तेरे को लगेगा कि इट इज अ रेलेगेशन फाइटिंग टीम. लाइक हाँ ना ठीक मिड टेबल टीम होगी जो आई एम टॉकिंग 5-6 साल पहले जो इंटर थी ना वो वाली इंटर
Right,
लगेगी परम का सुनते सुनते.
right.
वेनेजिया
Anyways, moving.
उडिनेजी
Venezia Udinese. Very interesting game because Venezia also have had a turn in their fortune.
रिसर्जेंस या नहीं बट आई वी प्लेड उडिनेजी रिसेंटली यार. उडिनेजी बहुत स्टबर्न टीम लग रही है.
Yeah,
सो आई वुड नॉट बी सरप्राइज इफ उडिनेजी आल्सो पुल दिस ऑफ. एंड I like Udinese. They showed heart against Milan also. So I think Udinese might just win this 1-0 Udinese.
I'm going for a narrow Venezia win just because home advantage.
Oh,
And I don't want Eusebio Di Francesco to be unemployed on Halloween night.
oh God,
अच्छा
Atlanta Monza.
नेक्स्ट गेम तू टेनिस का सेट का स्कोर बता बिकॉज 6-1 तो ऑलरेडी हो गया. फर्स्ट सेट हो गया. सेकंड सेट होने वाला है. वापस 6 मारने वाला है क्या अटलांटा?
हो सकता है बट अजय एक्चुअली मोन्जा है ना attack. By the way, Monza have been scoring goals. Though मारे last weekend, this week also they had a 2-2 game. So Monza have been doing well. But Monza ने एक चीज मैंने देखा था, especially against the Inter game, वो डिफेंसिव तो बड़े अटैकिंग को डिफेंसिव थोड़े रेसोल्यूट रहते हैं. बट अटलांटा इन प्राइम फॉर्म. वो भी लुकमैन भी उधर था तो आई एम गेसिंग ही इज आल्सो बैलन डोर में गया था. थोड़ा वो भी हाई रहेगा. बट या 6-1 तो नहीं रहेगा. आई एम गोइंग फॉर अ 3-0 or something for Atlanta. A 2-0 or 3-0.
Even I'm going for a Atlanta win only, obviously. But I feel 4 तो मारेगा मेरे को लग रहा है against Monza because even without Lookman they are so good here.
Yeah. But I think Retegui should continue his goal scoring form. It's amazing, man. What he's doing 8-8, I think. So I hope he continues the form.
Absolutely. This is a good fixture. The Derby della Thuram, Derby della Gigi Buffon between Juve and Parma.
यार पार्मा अजय क्या हो गया है यार. What a start they had even against Milan. They were so good. They were doing so well and right now they're tottering, so badly. It's just a matter of form, Ajay. Parma ka bhi. They just need. This is probably the game, Ajay, for them. There's nothing to lose. But I
Yeah.
don't see Juventus. We saw the Juventus character against Inter. Don't see Juventus losing. Might just continue with their clean sheet saga, and I feel they might win 1-0 or something.
Fair.
Juventus 1
Fair.
0 to the Juventus.
Even I'm going, UA home win, maybe a 2-1 win for UA. What about this one?
Genoa.
Mario Balotelli is back. I don't think so. He will start for Genoa, but fourth place Fiorentina in form, beating Milan,
Amazing.
beating thrashing Roma.
Bro.
क्या लगता है?
Amazing man. And Genoa have been terrible. यार. I
Terrible,
think
terrible.
वो जो रोमा के स्कोर लाइन मेरे को लगा वो कंटिन्यू हो जाएगा शायद इधर. I'm
Hmm.
expecting a big win for Fiorentina. They might concede also Ajay. वो लोग
Yeah,
excitement में concede भी शायद कर लेंगे. So
yeah.
like a 4-2 win or something I think Fiorentina करेगी. I think I'm in love with how Bove was last game also and what he's got जो centrally आ रहा है Bove भी अंदर, you know. So
Hmm.
I'm loving how they structurally playing so well. They've understood their weaknesses. So I'm going for a 4-2, a high scoreline Fiorentina win.
Yeah, I think I would second that as well. Maybe a 4-1 away win for Fiorentina. Moving on to Como versus Lazio.
Oh man, such a Lazio prime form man. क्या form पिकअप किया है 3-0 भी जीते थे over the weekend. यार कोमो यार अजय पिच पे लगता है कि अच्छा खेल रहे हैं रिजल्ट्स आर नॉट सपोर्टिंग देम ऐसा केस उनका हो
Yeah,
रहा है स्पेशली अगेंस्ट नापोली यार दैट वाज सच अ नॉट सो फ्लैटरिंग स्कोर लाइन फॉर नापोली बोल
for
सकते हैं यार दे वर
Napoli.
नॉट
Yeah, yeah.
yeah 3-1 didn't suggest how well Como played but I don't see Lazio losing this Ajay मेरे को लग रहा है 2-1 or something Lazio शायद जीत जाएगी unfortunately.
Yeah, as it pains to say this, even I feel that it's going to be a Lazio away win only. And
Now
your
let's
prediction
come to
for
the
Roma Torino?
ah
मेरा 2-3 loss है at home. Torino 3, Roma 2, Torino 3. Very realistic, very plausible. What
I
about
think
you?
Torino are struggling with injuries and yeah, I somehow know that चाहिए ऐसे probably ये biased opinion हो सकता है. I want to see a fight from Roma with that thrashing कुछ थोड़े change. Just need to know मेरे को Enzo Laffi का क्या scene है? Is he fit enough to start?
Yeah, yeah,
क्या है?
he's fit enough to start. Mostly he
So
will
if
play Manukone, Pisilli, and Lafe. That is
big
the
fan,
khabar.
big fan of Pisili. Amazing to watch a young player play like this. So if it is Enzo Lafay, I've been dying to see. अजय मैं कब से बोल रहा हूँ Enzo Lafay जो हम लोग ने you did a preview with about his
Yeah,
transfer with Parma. So I'm so excited to see Enzo Lafay. No, ऐसा लग रहा है वो excitement पूरा नहीं हुआ अभी तक. मतलब
right.
satisfaction नहीं मिला है to see Enzo Lafay. So if Enzo Lafay and Manu Kone start in that midfield, especially together, I see Roma can at least pull out a draw. So I'm going for a 2-2 over here for Roma.
Fair, fair, fair. That is it for the midweek game week 10 prediction. I think this makes a lot of sense in the sense ki yaar, there are good fixtures to watch. It's just that the timing is a bit
Yes, I think
skewed. 11
I think
बजे और 1:15.
क्या नहीं 115 yes 11 and 115.
वही एक वही
So
एक
it is
इशू
just
है
I
बस.
think it is not just Serie I think it's European daylight saving आ गया
हाँ
है.
हाँ,
So
daylight saving, daylight
unfortunately
saving.
for even UCL European competition के लिए guys unfortunately it's that time of the year. The next 3 months are going to be very bad for us.
I
It's going to
swear.
be 115 kickoffs, you know. So आधे नींद में notification चालू रख के करना पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. But that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. अगर आप लोग यहाँ तक आए हो तो do like the video, hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends. We'll be doing a lot of content around Calcio, Italian football soon. Go and tag GXR World on the social media. Twitter में जाओ,
Please.
Insta में tag करो उनको. We really want to collaborate with them and produce content around Serie A. So let's hope that happens. Thanks, Chintan, man, and good luck for Milan, Napoli.
Thank you. Ciao,
We'll
ciao,
see you.
boys.
We'll see you guys soon in another video. Ciao, ciao, guys. Ciao, ciao.